Hi, I'm Lynn Peterson, the Supervisor of Risk Management, and welcome to the Sarasota County Schools. Congratulations on your new job, and I'm here today to talk about your employee benefits. Sarasota County Schools has one of the best benefit packages available to you. It is the second most expensive benefit for the district, next to payroll. Instructions on how to access the Benefit Enrollment Guide online will be available to you at your cost center the first week that you begin working for the district. You can also locate the electronic benefit guide on the district's website under the Benefit section. School district employees who are board appointed are also eligible for certain benefits. Some benefits are paid for by the district and others are paid for by you. Board appointed employees must work 20 hours a week to enroll and maintain benefits. Once you become eligible to enroll in your benefits, you will have 30 days to complete your enrollment. Your benefits will become effective the first day of the following month. For example, if you were to become eligible on August 7th and you completed your enrollment on August 23rd, your benefits would be effective on September 1st. On the other hand, if you became eligible for benefits on August 7th and you enrolled on September 1st, your benefits would not become effective until October 1st. The district uses an online enrollment system with a company called PlanSource. All benefits must be completed through this online system. You can find the system on the district's benefit page. If you go to the benefit enrollment section, you will find this benefit enrollment and changes. You will click on that and that will take you to a link for you to begin your enrollment. We highly recommend that you check your email address that is listed in the benefit system for accuracy. If you do not have a district email address, please use your personal email address. And if your email changes anytime throughout the year, please go into the benefit system and update that information. The district provides all board-appointed employees with core benefits. The core benefits are provided to you at no cost by the district. Those core benefits are medical, dental, vision, long-term disability, and term life insurance. For each of these benefits, the employee-only level coverage is paid for by the district. As a board-appointed employee, you are also eligible to enroll in additional benefits at your own expense. You may enroll yourself and your eligible dependents in medical, dental, vision, additional term life insurance, the AFLAC products, retirement plans such as the Prudential 401k, the 403b, and 457 plans. Additional information about each of these can be found on the district's webpage for the benefits section or also in the benefit guide. Employees adding dependents to coverage will be required to provide certain documentation to verify dependent eligibility. If you add your spouse to coverage, you will be required to provide your legal marriage certificate. This certificate is provided to you by the governmental agency in the state in which you were married. The marriage certificate provided to you by the church or the religious organization is not a legal document and will not be accepted. If you add your children, you will need to provide a birth certificate for each child. For stepchildren, you will need to provide the marriage certificate showing the marriage to the birth parent and the birth certificate listing the spouse as the parent. If a dependent is aged 26 to 30, the employee must complete the Statement of Dependent Child Status aged 26 to 30. This is a form that must be completed annually. If the form is not completed annually, the dependent will be removed from coverage. Employees can enroll in one of 4 medical plans administered by Florida Blue. There are 2 HMOs and 2 PPOs. Many employees are uncertain about the differences between an HMO and a PPO. There are 2 important differences to keep in mind when selecting a plan. The first is flexibility, and the second is the out-of-pocket costs. An HMO is not as flexible as a PPO. For the HMO, the network of doctors is limited. Although there are doctors in each specialty within the network, if you decide to treat with a doctor outside of the network, your claim may be denied, except in the case of an emergency. Those out-of-pocket costs would be your responsibility if it was not an emergency. On the other hand, the PPO is more flexible. You can treat with a doctor in and out of network. Keep in mind that if you choose a doctor outside the network, your out-of-pocket costs will be much higher. In an HMO, you must choose a primary care physician, and this is not necessary in a PPO. Also, referrals are no longer required to see a specialist in an HMO, but approvals are required in an HMO to have a procedure done. And there are no referrals necessary for the PPO. The main difference between the high and low plans are that the high HMO and the high PPO have higher dependent premium costs and lower deductibles and copays. The low HMO and the low PPO have lower dependent premium costs but higher deductibles and copays. If you are not choosing to add a dependent to your plan, you may want to consider one of the higher plans, as the district pays for those premiums. Just keep in mind, if you have a qualifying event during the year and you want to add a dependent to your plan, you will need to add them to the plan that you are enrolled. Each plan has 4 coverage level tiers to choose from, and the cost details can be found in the benefit guide. The first is the employee-only coverage, and this, remember, is covered by the district. The next 3 levels allow for you to add dependents to your plans. The cost of the premiums for each of the coverages will be offset by what the district pays. The district offers only 1 dental plan. This plan is administered by Delta Dental. Employees can use any dentist they would like, but should look to use the Delta Dental PPO and Premier networks for less out-of-pocket costs. The plan has a $1,500 annual benefit and a $1,500 lifetime maximum orthodontic benefit. The plan allows for 2 exams and cleanings in a 12-month period. There's a $50 deductible per person and $150 for family services beyond the preventative care. Employees do not need a dental ID for treatment. All that is necessary is the employee's name, social, and date of birth for the employee, and the covered dependent's date of birth. The dental plan has 3 tiers, and the employee can opt to cover their dependents on the plan. The cost of the employee-only coverage is covered by the district. And the next 2 level plans, you can add your dependents. Those premiums, remember, those premiums will be offset by what the district pays. The district also offers 1 vision plan. That plan is the Humana Vision Care Plan. The plan allows for annual exam with a $10 copay. Employees can get lenses or contacts every 12 months. There is a $105 annual allowance for an exam and contact lenses in place of eyeglasses and an exam. Frames are allowed every 24 months. Employees who do not see a network doctor will have to submit their claims to Humana on the appropriate claim form. Employees do not need a vision plan ID for treatment. All that is necessary is the employee's name, social, and date of birth. The employee can opt to cover their dependents on the employee plus family. And remember, The employee-only coverage is covered by the district. The employee plus family coverage is offset by what the district pays. All board-appointed employees are automatically enrolled in a long-term disability coverage when you become benefit eligible. The plan is administered by Cigna, and it is no cost to the employee. Employees are eligible to receive disability benefits after 90 days of a qualified disability. Medical documentation will be required. The plan pays for 60% of the basic monthly earnings up to a maximum monthly amount of $10,000. All board-appointed employees are also automatically enrolled in term life insurance. The insurance provides a $50,000 benefit. This benefit will reduce by 50% on the policy anniversary date, which is January 1st, following the date you reach age 70. In addition, the policy is convertible. The policy can be converted from a group policy to an individual policy if you leave the district. Employees have the option to purchase additional insurance beyond the $50,000 that the district provides. Increment levels start at $10,000 to a maximum of $300,000. Employees can enroll in coverage anytime during the year, but only during new hire enrollment is the coverage guaranteed issue. Employees who purchase additional insurance for themselves may also purchase for their spouse. This coverage starts at $5,000 increments and goes to a maximum of $150,000, not to exceed 50% of the employee's voluntary coverage. During new hire enrollment, spouse coverage will be guaranteed issue up to $50,000. Medical approval or underwriting is required for any coverage that is not guaranteed issue. An example of coverage options, if an employee purchases $80,000 of insurance during new hire enrollment, he or she can purchase $40,000 for his or her spouse. Both amounts will be guaranteed issue. If the employee opts to purchase $300,000 for him or herself and $105,000 for his or her spouse, the entire amount of the employee's coverage, the $300,000, will be guaranteed issue, but only $50,000 of the spouse coverage will be guaranteed issue, and the remaining $55,000 will be subject to underwriting. The premiums for voluntary term life insurance for the employee and the spouse are based on the employee's age at the time of purchase. Premiums are within age brackets, such as 40 to 44, 45 to 49, and 50 to 54, etc. Those age brackets and the associated premiums can be found in the benefit guide. Coverage amounts and the premiums reduce at 35% for age 65 and at 50% for age 70. This coverage is portable, so if you leave the district, you can take it with you. The child term life insurance is only available to employees who enroll in voluntary life insurance and have dependents up to age 26. There are two levels, $5,000 and $10,000. Coverage is guaranteed issued during new hire enrollment. Flexible spending accounts allow employees to set aside pre-tax dollars for important medical and dependent care expenses and to help reduce income taxes at the same time. There are two types of accounts, healthcare and dependent FSAs. Both accounts are administered by Discovery Benefits. The healthcare flexible spending account pays expenses not covered by insurance, such as deductibles and co-pays, out-of-pocket dental and vision expenses, for yourself and your dependents. The maximum amount allowable is $2,600 any calendar year. It is very important to know ahead of time your anticipated expenses before signing up for this benefit. The amount selected cannot be changed unless there is a qualifying event. If you do not use this benefit, you will lose it. You must enroll in this benefit every year. Dependent Care FSA is also administered by Discovery Benefits. This benefit is for daycare expenses, after-school care, summer camps, etc. It can also be used for elder care if the elderly or disabled parent is considered a dependent and you are covering more than 50% of their maintenance costs. You should always check with irs.gov for more updated information on this benefit. The maximum contribution is $5,000 for a married couple. If filing separately, then the maximum is $2,500. Deductions are taken pre-tax, so they reduce your tax liability. For this benefit, you must incur the expense before you submit your claim. Participants may only submit expenses that were incurred during the time period that the employee was covered. If the expense being submitted is covered under insurance, it must first be submitted to the insurance company and processed through the company. Once the explanation of benefit, or the EOB, is received from the carrier, the employee must submit the EOB along with receipts. The fastest and easiest way to process claims is online. Participants may submit claims via the Discovery Benefit online portal. If employees do not want to submit claims online, they can also submit a paper claim. Participants have until the end of March of the following year to make claims for the prior year, or 3 months from the date the employment is terminated. It is important to note that all voluntary and dependent insurance premiums are prepaid. Deductions are taken from your paycheck 1 month in advance of coverage. It is possible for your first paycheck that you may see double or triple deductions. These are called catch-up deductions. An example of this double deduction, catch-up deduction, is if you were to enroll in your benefits on or about, say, September 13th. Payroll would have already run for the September 15th payroll, and you would have missed your premium for the October coverage. Your September 29th paycheck will have 2 deductions for that October premium. On the other hand, if you were to complete your enrollment on or about the end of September, say September 28th, the day before payroll runs, you've missed the payroll for the end of the month. You now have September's 2 deductions for October, and you also have the October 15th deduction for your next paycheck. So on the October 15th paycheck, you will see 3 deductions in that paycheck. So it's important to keep in mind when you are enrolling in benefits the time period for where payroll is and where your deductions will come from. The only way to add or remove dependents from coverage outside of open enrollment is to have a qualifying event take place. Qualifying events are marriage or divorce, birth or adoption of a child, death of a spouse or child, spouses become Medicare eligible, spouse and/or children gain or lose eligibility for another group insurance due to a change in employment status, COBRA eligibility, expiration date of the spouse's open enrollment. The change must be consistent with the qualifying event. You are not able to switch plans, only tiers. You have 30 days from the date of the qualifying event to make the qualifying event change. All changes must be processed through the benefit enrollment system, and documentation must be provided to risk management. Documents can be mailed, ponied, emailed, or faxed to risk management. All directions how to process a life event can be found on the district's benefit webpage. Other optional benefits available to employees are the AFLAC products, AFLAC Critical Illness, AFLAC Whole Life Insurance, AFLAC Short-Term Disability, or the AFLAC Accident Plan. As a district employee, you are automatically eligible for the Florida Retirement System, which is also known as FRS. You will have 8 months to make a decision on which plan you would like to join. If you do not make a decision, you will automatically be enrolled in the investment plan. The district has workshops to provide information to you about retirement plans for you to make your choice. After you make your first choice, and by the way, defaulting is a first choice. You have one more opportunity before you retire to make a change. Within the first few months of employment, you will receive your packet from FRS. And you can always go on my FRS website for any information or call 1-866-446-9377. Additional retirement saving plans are the Prudential 401k, 403b, and 457 plans. These plans can also be found on the district's webpage. Open enrollment occurs annually during October through early November every year. This is your only opportunity during the year to make a change. It is also your opportunity to add, remove dependents, or switch plans. Open enrollment also includes guaranteed issue amounts for the voluntary term life option. All open enrollment options will take place January 1st of the following year. If you are a new hire during or after open enrollment starts, you must complete what is called a dual enrollment. A dual enrollment means that you must first enroll in your benefits for the current year, and then you must enroll in your benefits for the upcoming year. If you are a new hire in the month of December, you only need to enroll once in the upcoming year's benefits. If you become ineligible at any time for benefits, you will automatically receive COBRA information. The COBRA forms will be mailed to your house, and you must enroll within 60 days of notification if you want to continue coverage. Premiums must be paid for by the enrollee. COBRA will allow you to continue coverage up to 18 months under most circumstances. Wow, that was a lot of information, and I know by now you may be confused. So we are here to help you. Please give us a call. Anyone in risk management can certainly help you with any of your questions. Congratulations on your new position here at the district, and we look forward to speaking with you.
As one of the best school districts here in the state of Florida and the country, we recognize that there's always room to get better. I like to govern myself under the rules of good to great. We have a great thing going here, but there's always room for improvement. But the best way to do that is for folks like you out in the field working with our kids and in our departments on a day-to-day basis. If you know of a way that we can do things better, more efficiently, or serve our students better, we want to hear from you. The best way to do that is through your principals and your department heads. But if you have an idea, send me an email at superintendent@sarasotacountyschools.net. I look forward to hearing from you.